Hello, Father. First, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me to speak with you about this new Kickstarter, this new project, which is very exciting, but I definitely do have some questions about it. I'd like to kind of talk and get to know a little bit more about this project with you. Um, the first thing I'm wondering, so this project where we're going to be looking at daily kind of history, reflections on, different days in Orthodox history. Um, there's a lot of content that's being created in the Orthodox Church right now for online communities. There's a lot of podcasts, there's a lot of blogs, a lot of things being created right now. What do you think what need or what kind of niche do you believe this project is going to be filling that you're not seeing elsewhere on the internet?
Thank you, George, for agreeing to be with us this evening. So yeah, I really appreciate your valuable time. So far, I've been operating in the Russian Church abroad niche. I haven't really got what kind of attention, what kind of group of people is there, but just personal interaction. There are people, Russian Church abroad crowd, and I thought I would use my background, my education, and if I may say, intuition, to come up with more general product in a respectful sense, using this word. And what I'm offering right now, I don't think there is anything like two pieces of information per day, maybe one piece of information per day, maybe three, but basically bite size that offer analytical approach to selected events of this day, connected with church history. So like those days that I'm working on right now, beginning of August, there are things from Byzantine history, things related to Byzantine presence in Italy when there was Byzantine capital in the central Italy, in Ravenna. At the same time, there is also focus on like Archimandrite of the Russian Church abroad who came from Jordanville. So I would like to believe that if somebody reads them, the person with average intellectual background should feel at home. At least that's my goal, reading those things, and also that would set up a frame for further inquiry from this person. I really try to just mention particular event without being in very plain language, but also without unpacking, because my goal that it would be bite-sized information. If you want to read more, you are welcome to explore it. So this is what I'm thinking of doing, and I hope there is market for this. That's what I hope. Besides, I mean, putting in such terms, but also I hope
Sure.
that, yeah.
Okay. So kind of following that up, I suppose my next question would be, what would be the do you see this as having like a real spiritual value for the people who would engage this material, and how would you ideally see someone engage this kind of information that you're putting out?
I think it's about getting real. I mean, I'm a historian. I'm not really at home speaking about like spiritual matters. I am a person of the church, so I supply historical reflections and how they can help spiritually, perhaps just to understand complexity of the world we've been living. That maybe helps also to get spiritually humble, realistic. That's, I guess, the closest thing I can approach it. But also they will be reading about people who were real deal, like who put their money where their mouth was, like that Archimandrite Father Nectari.
Mhm.
So, and I'm not a spiritual person to offer us anything, but at the same time, being a mediator between people like this Archimandrite and the readers, that's something maybe useful.
Sure. So it seems that this project isn't really meant to be kind of another presentation of this is how your spiritual life should be. This is a project of this is things that happened in the history of the church that you can engage with, and how much you choose to engage that project and how you choose to engage it is how much benefit you'll receive from it. Is that an okay way of looking at it?
It's a good disclaimer. It's a good disclaimer because yes, there are calendars. Like if you go to various sites, if you buy St. Herman's calendar, you will get list of the saints. So, and also you can get readings of the day, but that is not what I'm offering right now. And if you approach from this perspective, you, I don't know, might be disappointed because it's going to be like today I was writing about Imperial Orthodoxy, formation of Imperial Orthodoxy, Nestorius, and like he summoned the council, he appealed to Emperor Theodosius II, and then Theodosius II turned against Nestorius and things like that. So, I mean, if you really expect something else, you might find yourself maybe unprepared. Maybe, I don't know. So
it seems to be much kind of a opening up a new perspective and a new world on church history. It's interesting. One thing I do wonder though is so how would your kind of Orthodox Christian living in North America, how will this project help them engage and I would say even relate to things like Byzantine imperial history? Is there a part of this project which is kind of designed to help your average Orthodox Christian who wants to know more about the faith engage with these topics that might seem very far away and abstract to them?
right. I mean, I have those podcasts, and thanks for subscribing to them on Patreon. Basically, mastered after the famous Rammstein song "We're All Living in America," and I called it "We're All Living in Byzantium," because a lot of many our blessings and many our problems they go from Byzantium. They come from Byzantium. So, and if even like you and me are talking right now, having this attire which is connected with Byzantium, with this time a post-Byzantine period, so we cannot get around. If you want to understand what's going on today in America, there is no way to get around Byzantium, and trying to offer Byzantium as a dynamic reality, as it's not a monolithic strata like sometimes we see it. Okay, it was like basically the same people live in the 4th century, the same people live in 10th century, because we look at icons, so it kind of looks alike, but they were different people, the same as we are. And that's what I hope to succeed with God's help with this project, or taking it through my mind and giving little analytical commentaries on the day. So it's everything is written for this thing. It's not a copy paste. It's kind of I have to do little research if I'm not at home, like with Ravenna in Italy, and I'm learning things for myself. That's another bonus with this project, that I can afford doing reading, but I think it would help me basically to be up to the game with other things that I have to do in my life.
Okay. So you would say it's fair to say that this isn't just a representation of information. It's more kind of an educated reflection on the information.
Kind of my show, so like I'm giving in a short paragraph. I am giving already very concise explanation of little background and the event itself, and so yeah.
Okay, absolutely. That is interesting, and I do wonder. So, would you say then that an audience of someone who has just recently become Orthodox is trying to learn more about Orthodox history, about their faith, should feel at home in this project? That if you're Orthodox and you have a desire to learn, there isn't necessarily an education or a knowledge cap to join into this kind of project.
Well, maybe if it's okay, I will turn this question to you. That would be interesting. What would be your take? How would you, having heard all what I said, what would be your own response to this question? What do you think? Knowing
Sure.
me and knowing basically, I think you have very good idea what kind of stuff, what kind of things I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, what would be your response?
So I would say yes, but I would say that um, there are there's a whole world to Orthodoxy, especially when you first start to engage with it, and it you need to open up your mind to the fact that Orthodoxy's been here for 2,000 years, and that our Orthodox reality today, it doesn't exist in a vacuum. And I think that it would be for someone who is still learning about the faith, or someone who is still kind of learning how to engage with the faith. It would be a challenge or a stretch, because maybe it presents new ways of thinking about things. But if they were to follow through with that and continue to engage it, I think there would be a lot of benefit there. It seems to me, Father, that this isn't necessary. This is meant to be easy to engage with, but also is meant to be not so not just information, but something to think about, and something to kind of, it should be a launching point for your own
Yes.
engagement with with Byzantium, with how maybe you relate to that. And so it seems like it's giving you the tools, it's giving you the toolkit to begin your own reflection and your own study. And if it's engaged in that way, I think it would be useful for any Orthodox Christian, really.
I hope so. I hope so. Yes, I hope so. So I'm just a craftsman. I share how I see the beauties in the eye. So that's what I'm sharing. I'm not. I don't pretend that this is really like. I hope it's all accurate and so, but at the same time, I'm just a human. So, and that's what I'm doing. I'm offering this perspective, or with Russian Church Abroad twist, because of course Russian Church Abroad is my specialty, my life and everything. So therefore, I like to focus on Russian Church Abroad somehow, but at the same time, the goal to have this product attractive to people across jurisdictional barriers.
Okay.
And if they can learn about the Russian Church Abroad from my things, that will be an extra bonus. That Russian Church Abroad belongs to Orthodoxy, to the Orthodox Church. So before it was Russian Church Abroad only kind of, and now I would like to have something that will be also for more general Orthodox public, and that's what it is.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Father, for taking some time to talk to me. I'm very excited to see where this project will go, and to engage with it myself. And happy to speak to you
Thank
anytime.
you so much. Thank you so much, George. Thank you. It was great talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.